Hello, everybody. Oh, I can see there's quite a few of you on already. Oh, that's wonderful. Hi, this is Kathy Ballard here. Let me just get my screen. I'm going to stop this screen sharing and get me on live. So just a moment. Hello, it's me here. I'm Kathy Ballard. Welcome to this energy session for tonight. So it's about how to get from stuck and frustrated to flowing and abundant. So I'm just going to see who we got on tonight. Let's see. Let's have a look over this side. So my viewing panel's coming up pretty slowly. Oh, okay. Hello. We've got Louise. We've got Freya. Hi, Freya. We've got Julie, Annika, Paula, Daphne, Ali, Sharon, Cher, Sharuk, Lauren, May, and Harjeet. Hello, everybody. It's lovely to have you here. I'm sure we'll have more joining us as we go. So as we wait for people to join, do you think you could just pop in the chat box, just let me know that you can hear me okay and that you can see me and that everything's all right your end? So I've just got a message from Louise saying she's just finishing off dinner, which she knows is illegal. I think we'll let you off, so don't worry. But can you hear me okay? There's a little bit of a delay between me asking questions and you popping stuff in the box. Oh, thank you, Paula. You can see and hear me fine. Wicked. So I've got one screen in front and one over to the left, which is why you keep seeing me switch. It's just easier for me to see what questions have come up. Oh, thank you, Daphne. You can hear me. Ali, you can hear me. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, so we are live, and just to make sure that you're not distracted tonight, so put your phones on silent, turn off like your email or anything that goes ping on Facebook, or anything that's going to distract you, because later on we're going to be doing some energy work, and I'm going to sort of take you into quite a deep meditation, and so the least distractions as possible, the better for you to really sort of sink deeply into that meditation to get the real, get really the best from it. So let's start, shall we? So we've got a few more on. Let me just welcome some people before we go. Where is it? I can see that there's more. They're not showing up yet, so it must show a little bit, be a delay. Anyway, I shall welcome them as we go. So you might be here because you're maybe feeling like you've been paddling upstream, or you're going against the current, or you're just really busy being busy. So like you're spinning your wheels and maybe going over the same situations but not getting anywhere. And often it's about feeling off track, like you're lost, you're sort of out of alignment with your purpose, often overwhelmed, or just like a feeling of chaos or too many choices. Or maybe you've been feeling frustrated because you've been hitting that glass ceiling, and the glass ceiling or the glass wall, you just can't seem to break through. Or you might be here because you just want to feel more energized and alive, have some clarity, feel more abundant, more empowered. And hopefully all of you want to have a tool that you can take with you, that you can learn to be able to sort of connect with source and to really supercharge your manifesting success. So in this session tonight, I'm going to be sharing some of the precepts of flow, and this will really help you to get the most out of the energy session, because it's going to feed your mind before we take you down into your heart and down below the level of the mind. But often, the mind, if it doesn't know what's going on when you're in a meditation, if it questions what somebody's saying, then it pulls you out of it. So I want to kind of see if I can cover off all of those objections that the mind might have, so that you can sink really deep into it and get the most out of it. And so I'm going to take you through the flow process, which is what it was the like the basis of the flow project. That was my 5-day program that I've run it several times now, and it has had people manifesting like ninjas in just a couple of days. It really has been just incredible to watch people's transformations. So I know this work is really powerful, and I hope you get lots out of it this evening. So we're going to do, so I'll take you through these precepts first, then we'll go into the meditation, and then I'm going to invite you to the next step with me, because I'm really excited. I've got my August program is starting, my flow alignment group program, and I'm just going to give you a little bit more information about that, because it might be something that would really help you in your life and business right now, particularly when you go into September with that new energy and getting the most out of the rest of the year. So, but first, for all of those people perhaps who don't know me, and let me just check who has moved on now. Who's on? There we go. Who else have we got? We've got, oh, it's gone all out of order. Here we go. We've got Sharon, Molly, Jay. No, I've said all of you guys. It's all putting Ailing, Ashling, Kat, Louise, Helen. Hi, everybody. Sorry if I've repeated or missed you out. It's I can't quite work out the control panel. Me and technology. So anyway, I will get there one day eventually. So just a little bit about me and why I come to be here doing what I'm doing, for those of you who don't know me. So I'm a spiritual business mentor, miracle mindset coach, and I'm also a speaker and a healer and a workshop facilitator. I've been a creator of various different programs on authentic branding and personal and spiritual development. I used to run a consciousness centre in New Zealand for 5 or 6 years, and run workshops there, and sort of lived and worked around the world doing this kind of work. The main part of what I do really is help people connect with their heart, because there's such a power in our hearts when we connect consciously with it, when we sink down below that level of the mind, because your heart is so powerful, and it's like it's your heart that tunes into the consciousness of the universe and your true nature, your true essence. So I work with entrepreneurs and business owners and inspirational leaders who've got a vision and a calling to make a bigger difference in the world, or simply just a deep desire to expand and grow, and who want to make money from doing what they love and making that bigger difference, and by doing what they're brilliant at. So I believe that everyone is born with a unique set of gifts, and really comes into this life with a sort of predestined potential, in the same way that an oak tree is coded into an acorn. There's something magical and majestic that's coded into each of us, and if we let ourselves grow into who we were born to be, like nature does it effortlessly, doesn't it? And we could do the same, except we've got free choice and we've got a mind that gets in the way, and it's only the thoughts in our mind that actually stop us from this potential that we could be reaching. It keeps us small, it keeps us trapped, and that's because of the ego, which is its job. It's trying to keep us safe, but we have this potential. And so I guess what I've always done is been able to see people's potential and also what the blocks are that they're putting up in the way. So I really love what I do, because I get to work with such inspiring and influential people, and they're usually really courageous, and these are the people who are going to go out and make their own ripples sharing their heart, opening up the hearts of the people that they work with. And so this ripple of consciousness and awareness spreads around the planet. And, I think that's an amazing thing to be part of. It's a real honor. So that's kind of about me. Let's start with a short meditation just to connect. So if you have any questions at any time, just pop them in the chat box. I've just seen a whole bunch of messages. Oh, Morley said hi, he's tuning in from Dubai. Thank you. That's great. And hi, Lauren. Oh, well, good. Everyone can see and hear me. That's brilliant. So let's do a quick connection meditation. So if you just want to close your eyes and just take a nice, slow, deep breath into your belly. And as you exhale, just feel your body becoming heavy. Really sink down into your hips, into your pelvis, and feel that connection between your body and the chair that's supporting you. Feel it support your back, feel it support you from below. Feel your feet connected to the ground, and just notice how your body is moving around your breath. There's nothing that you have to do right now. You can just let go and let that connection with the earth, feeling that connection with the earth. Imagine that the earth's kind of like holding you. In fact, imagine that you're sinking down right into the earth, up to your hips. And imagine that from your hips and through your legs, that roots are reaching right down into the center of the earth. So you're really held, really supported by the earth, nourished by the earth. And just feel that solidity, that connection. Good. And at the same time, imagine that way above you, there is a vibrant, brilliant light like a sun, and it's beaming down energy. And imagine like a column of energy, column of light is it's coming down and meeting the crown of your head. And imagine that your crown of your head opens up to receive the light. Feel yourself drawing it in. Just imagine, sense, maybe feel the light pulling it down through your crown. Feel it going down through your forehead and your third eye. Bringing that light down through into your throat. As it moves down through your body, just feel everything relaxing. So imagining the muscles around your face relaxing, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your throat and your neck. Feel your shoulders relaxing, bringing the light down into your chest cavity and into your heart. And just feeling all your inner organs relaxing. Feel it flowing down your arms and into your elbows, your forearms, into your wrists and your hands and fingers. Bring it down into your solar plexus and your belly, down into your hips and pelvis. And keep flowing the lights and the energy down your legs, past your knees, down into your lower legs and your ankles, and into your feet. So you're fully connected above and below. And now just put your focus into your heart and set your intentions for what you'd love to experience from this session tonight. So whatever you need, whether that's more clarity or there's something that you want to let go of, or maybe there's some action steps that you need to take but you're not clear, or maybe you've got a little bit of fear around something. Whatever it is that you need, just set a really clear intention from your heart and imagine that you're transmitting that out into the universe and that it's being received by the universe. Okay, so when you're ready, just come on back. So you should have kind of let go of getting here properly landed now after a busy day. So I've got some questions for you. So I think I should look this way. Who remembers a time when they felt like they were really going against the flow? Or maybe you are in that place at the moment where, you know, some things were just really difficult, or it felt like you were sort of treading through treacle. So tell me how it felt for you or feels for you, and how is it showing up? How is it manifesting this in your life? So just type your answers in the chat box. And I shall try and find them. Chat, there we go. Okay, so Freya's saying feeling out of sorts, just kind of not quite yourself, hey? Lost. Lauren saying like it manifests in my ability to not be able to know what direction to go and currently feeling at a crossroads. Thank you, Lauren. And Louise is saying hers manifested as fear, frightened of everything and just didn't think she'd be able to cope. Jude, hi Jude. Jude saying not being able to move on. Sharon saying fear of change is stopping her moving forwards. Daphne saying anger and helplessness and not being able to change the past. Morley saying has been out of a job for 2 years, so feeling lost. Lost the job, their savings, and a dear friend. That's really sad. Yeah, lots of lots of stuff to deal with there. Jodie saying, hi Jodie, financial struggles, that's what it's manifesting for her. Brilliant. So thank you for answering those. And who's experienced times that they remember where they really felt in flow? You know, where things felt really good, effortless. What opportunities showed up for you? How did it feel? What was going on when you were really in flow? What was and when was it? And maybe some of you are feeling in flow. Some of the last answers are coming through still. So Paula's saying procrastinating due to lack of focus. Harjeet saying it felt never ending when she was in that place, climbing up a mountain. It's hard work. Hi Daniela. Yeah, so her internet wasn't working. Talk about resistance, she's saying. Yeah, don't worry, you're here. So okay, so when Lauren felt in flow, she said she felt magical. Jeanette, okay, Jeanette was feeling anxiety in her solar plexus, feeling of mistaking it with love, possible past impressions of love. Cher is feeling when she's out of flow, is feeling fear and worry, sometimes limited life beliefs. Lauren, were you feeling in flow not that long ago? I think that's what you mean. These are a little bit mixed up. So Freya was saying that when she was in flow, she felt like she was on her path. Serendipity was happening, synchronicities happening, and quite recently. Oh, and Louise is saying doing the flow project with me that put her in flow, and she was scared but then had a light bulb moment and found it, and she bought her new house within 48 hours and I've felt better ever since. That was some magical manifesting, Louise. I know, I remember, that was brilliant. Lucy saying, a bit behind on the video, but great to be doing it tonight. I'm glad you're here, Lucy. Kat saying during the creation of her Antigua business retreats, her intuition really heightened. It was like the world was rearranging itself to create amazing results, deepen a knowing and connection, creative spirit working through her. Fantastic. Hardy saying, yes, things just seem connected and open to possibilities. Morley saying, surprisingly, even though money-wise, not in a good position as of now, but each time I make someone smile, I feel happy. It's like an instant inflow of joy. That's wonderful. Daphne saying that she felt that she could tackle anything. And Freya is saying that after doing the Flow project, she took a leap of faith and took studio space. Woo, that's fantastic. Well done, Freya. Sharon saying simple things have manifested and it felt amazing. Wonderful, wonderful. So great. So lots of similarities there for people, and you know, also kind of lots of differences, because I think flow manifests in all kinds of different ways. But I'm going to move on to some slides now. So I'm just going to share my screen and take you through these precepts of flow. So you should be able to see that. Good. I'm just going to have a quick sip of tea. Good. Okay, so as I said, we're going to do an energy session in just a few minutes. So by sharing these precepts, it should give your mind a chance to digest them, so that when I take you into the meditation, you'll be able to relax and let go much more deeply into it without any resistance or questions that sort of distract you. Okay, so nope, get onto that one. Precepts of flow. So number one, you are an infinite being in a physical body, and your true nature is source energy. So with the use of high-powered microscopes, science has really been able to prove now what all those ancient mystics have claimed for millennia, that what we perceive with our senses as the physical world is actually just of different vibrational frequencies of energy, and nothing is ever static. It's always changing. And the only thing that really differentiates you from, say, a table or a cloud or a flower is this infinite organizing intelligence of the universe. And it's that defines all those separate different forms that we perceive. And, you know, we might call this intelligence God or source or spirit or the divine, the universe. I call it source. And so when you drop down into your heart and you feel into that background field that contains all of those forms, and that includes your body and your thoughts, because they're still forms, when you sort of connect in from that place, you come to realize that you're not just this physical body and these thoughts. You are actually infinite. You're totally connected to the field. There's nothing separating you from it. And in the meditation later, you'll experience that. You are source energy personified, you know, and as such, you are unlimited in what you can create. So by focusing your thoughts and your intentions, you can direct this power by transmitting it out into the universe, and you literally change your world with your mind. But we are physical too, you know, we have a body, and it's kind of like your vehicle. You know, it allows you to create and interact with the physical world and with other people. And it's what you have to move and to take consistent and focused action with in order to manifest what you want. You can't just visualize that new reality and just hope that will be enough, because it isn't. You have to take action. And I don't know who said this quote, but they said the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. And that is so true. So number two is our thoughts and beliefs create our personal reality. So whenever your thoughts and beliefs are combined with strong emotion, you send a really forceful creative charge out into the field. And law of attraction means that you're going to draw to you experience that is a vibrational match to the energy that you've transmitted. So you need to be mindful about what you're focusing on, because everything that you see in your life really is the effect of all your thoughts and your ideas and your beliefs and every judgment that you've ever made or that you've been on the receiving end of. And, you know, it doesn't just work for the law of attraction doesn't just work for the good things that you want to attract. If you're focusing on what's not working, then you'll attract more of that too. And if you aren't clear, or you change your mind about what you want, or you are clear but you let fear thoughts get in the way, you'll get less of the results that you really want. So your external reality is the physical manifestation, and it's the direct result of where your thinking has been to date. So although the truth is that you are unlimited source energy and you are powerful beyond measure, if your conscious desires are out of alignment with your unconscious programming, then your ego is going to put up some resistance because it fears change, and it's going to try and sabotage you in order to keep you in your safety zone, in your comfort zone. You know, it's trying to protect you. And the way it sabotages is to fill your head with a whole lot of negative head talk, telling you why you can't have what you want, why you're not good enough. It'll say it'll never happen for you, or who do you think you are, or it's not possible for you, or you don't have what it takes, and on and on and on. You know, I mean, it's infinite what our ego minds can say to us, but it picks exactly the right story and it tries to make us believe it, and it tries to make us believe that it's speaking the truth about who we are, which is not the truth, it's the lie. So you have a choice about what to think or where you want to focus. So if you identify with the story or the lie, and you experience those uncomfortable feelings that get triggered, it usually makes you pull back from your edges. You know, maybe you'll tell yourself that you were wrong to believe what you believed, and that something was possible. Perhaps you'll start looking for the right path in another direction. And so that means that you'll stay relatively unchanged in your comfort zone, feeling like you're not getting anywhere fast. And that's why you stay stuck on that wrong side of the glass wall. You just didn't push through enough to reach that pot of gold. And to give you just like an illustration of the creative power of your thoughts, I want to show you a famous groundbreaking study on ice crystals by Dr. Masaru Emoto. And this study was made famous from being featured in the film What the Bleep Do We Know, which is a really brilliant film. So essentially, Dr. Emoto, he captured expressions of water. So he developed a technique using a really powerful microscope in a very cold room, along with high-speed photography, to photograph newly formed crystals in frozen water samples. And he discovered that crystals formed in frozen water revealed changes when specific concentrated thoughts are directed to them. So water from clear springs and water that's been exposed to loving words shows these beautiful, brilliant, complex and colourful snowflake patterns. And in contrast, polluted water or water exposed to negative thoughts forms incomplete and asymmetrical patterns and really dull colours. And this one's really interesting here. This was done. So they took some water from the polluted Fujiwara Dam, and I think they had something like 1,000 monks praying, sending energy to this water to change it. And this is what the result was. So it really shows you how important or how powerful your thought is, and that you really can change the physical structure with your mind. And since our bodies are mostly comprised of water, this has huge implications. So when you're you say things to yourself like you're ugly, or you're stupid, or you're not good enough, or you're fat, or you're incapable, all of those kind of rubbish that we tell ourselves when we're not feeling powerful, you're actually reinforcing that negative affirmation into your physical structure and your reality. And likewise, if you're mindful and you consciously spend time talking to yourself with loving and encouraging words, and you focus on good feeling thoughts which generate positive emotions, you'll affect your physical reality in positive ways and change your world. So by assuming that role of the observer of your thoughts and staying identified with that, with the greater field of consciousness, with your power, with your heart, you know, this has so much more power than your mind-made thoughts. When you do that, you'll be able to override the mind level, because it's the more powerful positive thoughts, they always dissolve negative. So principle number three is that your unique unique potential is coded into you. So every life in nature has this coding, which I mentioned earlier. And you know, when an acorn's put into the right environment and given the right conditions for its best growth, it's going to thrive and it's going to express that potential. It will become that tree, and it doesn't have to make effort or struggle. So likewise, when we give ourselves those right conditions and environment where we're happiest, and you know, where we give ourselves the care we need, our potential is going to naturally and effortlessly reveal itself to us as well. So that's why it's really important to know who we truly are first and what we uniquely need to thrive, because all of us are different. You know, things tend to go wrong because we've been educated and conditioned to follow other people's rules and fit in with different systems and theories, and so we grow up being influenced by what parents and siblings and society and our culture say, rather than following our own inner guidance, our own intuition. So a big part of our purpose is to work out who we are, and who we are authentically, and who we're not, find out what works for us, and then commit to giving ourselves that. And it's through this self-awareness that we'll discover the work that's perfect for us, and those people that we're uniquely here to serve. And I know that many of you kind of have maybe already been through that journey, which is brilliant, but many people are still searching. And I think, you know, when you think about the stages of a growth of the tree, it's always changing, and we're the same. So it's like your brand and your focus can change as you evolve and grow, which is really worth remembering. It never stays the same. You always have to sort of reevaluate. So number 4 is we stay in flow by focusing on our desires and keeping our vibration high. So life is a continuous flow, as you know. Imagine it like a wave of peaks and troughs, and it brings all kinds of experiences. It's going to help you fulfill your potential, pleasant ones interspersed with others that don't feel good. But those are the ones that, they help you learn, and they help you stretch and grow in some way towards being who you're supposed to be. So Source drops those desires into our heart to lead us towards our potential. It's not random. And the high emotional energy that we experience with true desire, it impulses us to act on them, and it gives us resilience to face our fears in order to attain them. And it's a bit like following a trail of breadcrumbs. Our desires, they're what give us desire. They're what give us direction and momentum, and they lead us on that journey towards being that best version of ourselves that we can be. So when we feel these impulses intuitively, and when we consciously choose to follow them and stay connected to our greater sense of self, and we release resistance to any of those challenges that always show up, we move forward quite quickly. And the natural flow, it lifts us and it helps us, and that's when life feels in flow. That's when the synchronicities come. That's when, like opportunities turn up out of the blue without you looking. But when we stop listening to our inner voice, or we let the ego divert us off course, normally because we're wanting to avoid some kind of pain or discomfort that life's showing up in our path, we soon find ourselves lost, or we get unclear about our own truth, or when we're not sure about the direction that we want to go in. We get too many ideas, and you just get stuck in procrastination. But the infinite intelligence of the universe has done a pretty good job in running all of those systems and processes in your body, and it's brought you to life, and it's created that beauty and interconnectedness of nature, and it's created all the stars and planets in the cosmos. So it's doing a great job in keeping everything going, and so it knows how to grow anything from in life, from seed into that full fruition. So although all of these like tricky situations show up in life, you can be pretty sure that life knows what it's doing, and it's bringing you exactly what you need in order to help you grow into that version of you that you're born to be. Everything happens for a reason. So it's only when you hold on resistance to what you don't like or you don't want that you actually hold back the flow of all the good as well. So it's our inner guidance and intuition that it always leads you via your desires to a life that's abundant and fulfilling and full of love, because that's the potential that Source wants you to fulfill, which is, and what you seek is seeking you, which is a famous quote from Rumi. But it's not a comfortable ride, and as long as you can accept that makes it so much easier to kind of move through life. So number 5 is our natural state is pure joy. You can't unconsciously experience joy and fear at the same time, because fear closes down the heart. But when you consciously connect to your joy and you open your heart, which is when Source is most powerful in you, and you choose to look at your fear and pain with acceptance, and you're no longer resisting it, the higher vibrational energy of love, that is essentially what Source energy is, dissolves that lower vibration of fear. And this brings about powerful healing and transformation on energy on every level. And this is kind of like the basis of what we'll be doing later in the meditation. So number 6 is we can be conscious creators. So when you're creating your future consciously, it means that you're making choices from awareness of who you are as an infinite being with infinite potential, versus choices from your past programs and your stories and that small self, who we allow ourselves to be limited by. So it's about being in that free field of high vibrational energy, like love, like joy and deep happiness and gratitude, and filling up with this while focusing on what you want to create in the world, rather than creating from those lower vibrational levels of fear and anger and frustration, or like making choices wanting to come from avoidance, not wanting to feel guilt and shame and disappointment or craving. So when you consciously connect to the universal energy and you feel and that sense of oneness, you add so much power of possibility into your manifestations, and this really helps to boost your creation into reality. Now, most of us have an unconscious belief at some level that we don't have what it takes to change our futures in any significant way. We don't see and know our true power because we weren't ever taught this. And when we do learn about it, that doesn't automatically overwrite all those coexisting beliefs that tell us we're limited. So we much more easily tend to identify with that mind level of awareness because that's just our thinking habits. But you are the creator of your world, and you can connect with Source energy. Everybody can. And you can use that power to change your energy and change your life. And when you do, it's like there's a tangible feeling in your body, and you can feel the difference when you're consciously making choices from this expanded self rather than from your mind level self, if that makes sense. And lastly, there's no magic bullet. So, there's no magic wand that allows you to manifest something without doing the work. So right now you're vibrating at the frequency of your current level of reality. You've attracted everything into your world as it is right now because of your beliefs and your ideas about who you are and the thoughts that you've thought up to date. To have a different reality, your vibration has to be different. You have, if you, that version of you in the future, that vision of you where life is as you want it to be, that is a different you vibrating at a different level of vibration. So to have more of that, the patterns, the lower vibrational patterns that are in your field at the moment, they have to be released. And then your vibration will move up to match that vision, if that makes sense. So, but we've all got baggage. You know, we've all got unpleasant stuff that's happened to us that was never fully processed because we didn't want to feel the pain. And we pushed it down, you know, and that got stored in our energy field. Sometimes it gets triggered by sort of external life events, but lots of it can stay hidden for years, and all of it affects your vibration as a whole. So to change your vibration, you have to allow this suppressed stuff, which is just your story, and it's not the truth of who you are, because who you are is unlimited. You have to allow this to come to the surface, to be fully processed and released. And that's where it gets uncomfortable. So when you set an intention to your higher self, it's like the intelligence of the universe immediately goes to work for you. When you're setting it from the heart and it's a really strong, clear intention, the universe starts turning its cogs, and it brings you the exact experiences that you need in order to bring those patterns that are keeping your vibration out of alignment. It triggers them. And that's when it fills your head with all the head talk, and it brings up the discomfort. But it's doing it so that you can let it go for good. And often this shows up. It's like you may say you want to manifest more clients, or you want to manifest more money or income or something like that. Usually the absolute opposite comes up. The opposite of what you've asked for, and all kinds of situations will come into your life that cause you to doubt yourself. So money challenges will come in, lack of clients will show up, maybe awkward clients or lack of clarity, unexpected difficulties that come out of the blue. All of these things, they sort of trigger this non-truth in you. And your head will start saying, oh, you're no good. What did you expect? It's not for you. You don't have what it takes. You're not good enough. Blah, blah, blah. All of those things. All sorts of reasons will come up. And you'll get all the feelings in the body that kind of go with that don't feel good, and all the emotions. And these are all connected to these thought structures. And if you're able to stay conscious to what's happening and realize that this is the pattern releasing, and you stay identified with your source self, then these patterns, they will release out for good. If you listen to and identify with the story that you hear in your head, the pattern won't release, and it stays. Usually it just gets pushed down because we don't want to feel it, and it stays inside us until the next time that we set an intention to manifest or clear the same thing. Maybe you get to the place where, come on, universe, I really want more clients. And so the universe goes to work. It brings you all the situations that trigger you so that you can release the pattern of I'm not worthy of receiving clients or money, and you go through the same process again. And so this is how repeat patterns show up in your life. And if you keep asking the universe for what you want and then resisting these feelings, usually the problem sort of escalates until you have to do something about it. So understanding that this is what's going on in the first place is really important. You have to go through discomfort to complete this process and release the pattern. And that's what brings you freedom. So let me see how we're doing for time. A little bit behind. That's not unusual. Anyway, so we're going to go into the meditation now. So all of that stuff that I've been through with those precepts, that should, we're going to sort of, it will help you now to sort of, it's gone in at a head level. As I take you through what I'm going to take you through, I'll be referencing some of it, and you'll know what it means, and you can let go into it much more easily. So if you'd like to just take some nice slow deep breaths and close your eyes and just feel yourself in your body, watching your breath. And you're going to do another connection, which should be a lot easier now because you've already done it once. So feeling that connection with the ground. Feel the chair support you. Imagine sinking down into the earth, up to your hips, up to your belly. Feeling roots reaching down into the earth. Now connecting to the light above you and drawing a column of light down into the crown of your head. Bringing the light down through your forehead, down through your throat, down into your chest cavity, illuminating all of your heart area, down into your solar plexus, flooding all of your inner body with light, down into your lower abdomen, bringing the light down into your root, down into past your pelvis and your hips and your thighs, past your knees, down into your lower legs, your ankles and your feet. So you're completely connected above and below. And just do a quick check-in, do a body scan through your body and just check in with your inner energy field and notice how it feels to be you right now. Have you got any sense of any tension that you're carrying or any sense of gripping anywhere in your body? Any pain or discomfort? Is your mind busy? You got any emotions that are really present? Just notice what you notice. Okay, and just in case you do have a busy mind or you've got, things keep popping in, let's do just a little visualization. So just imagine that you're in a crowded room and it's at the top of a building and you can hear that buzz of everybody talking, but you can't really make out too many distinct things. It's just a lot of noise. And there's a lift, an elevator, just to the edge of the room. And so as you go over to the elevator, press the button, the doors open, you go in, and when you press the button to close the doors, the door closes and it just starts to sink downwards and it goes down as far as your heart. So imagining that you're dropping down, leaving all of that noise up at that level of the head. Just feel yourself moving down into your heart center where it's quiet and it's still. You're kind of still aware of thoughts up there, but you don't need to interact with them. You can go back to it whenever you want to. And just enjoy this peace for a moment in your heart. And now imagine that you're somewhere in a place that makes you feel really happy, that brings your heart to life. It brings that sense of gladness, a real swelling feeling of joy into your heart. This could be a place in nature, it could be real, or it could be imagined. It could be somewhere that you're looking forward to going to. Or it could be just a beautiful memory that you have. Or even just something that makes you feel just pure gratitude. Or just whatever it is, just allow that feeling in your heart to sort of come alive. And breathe it into your heart. And as you feel this feeling, imagine that it's turning into liquid light and that the light is now starting to spread out from your heart through your body in every direction. out through every cell, every muscle, every nerve, up to the top of your head and out to the tips of your fingers and toes, flooding you from inside out. And when your body's full of this light, imagine it's bursting out through your skin and out into your energy field. And so now, as you breathe into your heart, your energy field is filling up with this vibrant, brilliant light. So you're sitting in this beautiful bubble of energy. Just feel it becoming more and more intensified as you breathe into your heart, transmitting it out so that you're starting to shine like this beautiful sun, transmitting that light out past your energy field, out into the universe, out in every direction, above you, below you, to all sides, shining your light into the universe. And just notice as you do that there is no separation between you and the universe. There's no edges to you. So just feel that connection. And as you do this, just notice how the universe recognizes you. It knows who you are. It knows who you've been. It knows every step that you've taken to get to this moment in your life. And it knows your potential. It knows all the steps that you're going to need to take to keep moving towards your highest potential and your best life. And as we've said, this universe, it knows what it's doing. It's grown that acorn into the oak, and it's growing you into that best version of you. And it's guiding you through your intuition and through your desires. And you have this infinite creative power flowing through you, the power that creates worlds, that organizes nature, that runs your body, that gives you life. This is your true nature, your unlimited self. And this creative power is available to you to create anything that you truly want in your life. It's only your thoughts that come from your mind level self, from your story, that keep you from receiving all the good that's already lined up waiting for you. You were born to be abundant, to express your true nature in the world. And your heart knows how to guide you towards your fullest expression of who you were born to be. That happy, contributing, fulfilled you, just being yourself. So just feel that power that's inside you, below the level of the mind. And now imagine that you're rolling forwards in time, maybe 12 months, maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years. Just let your intuition guide you, but imagine you're rolling forward into the future to the place where you would love to be. And imagine that you can see that future version of you. And just notice how he or she is feeling. Are they feeling fulfilled and happy, confident, strong, safe, sure, satisfied maybe? Like you're making a difference, that you're worthy and you're valued. Maybe you're feeling really relaxed and in flow and just excited about life. Step into that version of you and see through their eyes, hear with their ears, feel what they're feeling, and just notice their energy and their attitudes. Feel it as if it's happening now. So how does it feel to be that future version of you? What do you want to be feeling? when everything's going as you want it to be going. And what do you want in this future version? What do you want to have attracted? What experiences? Maybe it's more consistent flow of money, or an abundance, more happiness, more peace, a greater sense of freedom, more ease, more time to yourself, more fun, more time with the family. Maybe it's about being more open-hearted and connected with others. More loving and having the feeling of being loved. Maybe it's about having that greater connection with Source, your sort of intuition, your inner guidance. Maybe you want to just feel unstoppable, like anything's possible. So what else do you want to be feeling in the future? What do you want to experience more of? I'll just give you a moment. And what do you see around you when you're doing your best work, when you're contributing, when you're in your best energy? How are you connecting with people? How are you sharing who you are? What feels good to you? Do you feel like you're connecting with individuals or with groups? Maybe you're connecting online to thousands at a time. Maybe you're writing. You might be speaking from a stage. Maybe you're doing really intensive, close work with one-to-one client, or so. Just maybe you're creating products, programs. So just notice what feels really exciting. And when you've got this kind of vision and clarity of what feels good, imagine that you're transmitting that out into the universe from your heart, knowing that the universe is responding to your energy and it's starting to reorganize itself to bring you the experiences that will help you attain these feeling states that you've put out there. So now imagine that you're back in the present day and that you're looking along your timeline towards that vision of the future. And just start to take some steps along the path. And as you notice, and as you walk along, notice that there's something ahead of you blocking your path. You might start to feel some sense of resistance to moving forwards, something in your body. You might feel it like it's a tension or a sense of gripping, or maybe just as an uneasiness. Or you might see in your mind's eye like a block or an obstacle in your path. Or maybe you'll be aware of some emotions or thoughts that come to mind. And this is because you've come to the edge of your comfort zone, your zone of experience. Everything beyond here, beyond this point, is unknown. And so your ego wants to keep you from going forward. So it's going to try different ways to pull you back from this edge. So just notice what you notice. And if you can't feel anything or sense anything, imagine taking a few more steps. Eventually you should feel some kind of resistance. And when you find this place where there's this resistance, just notice the qualities of it. If you can see a block or an obstacle, what's it made from? What is it? What does it mean, or what does it represent to you? And just allow your unconscious mind to show you what's blocking your way forwards, and listen for any words or intuit any impressions about why you can't have what you desire. And so whatever impressions you've kind of picked up so far, and you've got a sense of it, how does it make you feel to know that it's there blocking your path? What thoughts come to mind when it comes to you sort of making your vision real? You know, you've got this vision that you want for yourself, and this is in the way. What emotions does it bring up? What's the head talk? You know, where do you feel it in your body? And this feeling in the body, what qualities does that sensation have? You know, usually there's some sort of sense of gripping or tension or tightness. Maybe your breath gets shorter or shallower. Just notice what you notice. You know, the qualities might be really intensified in a certain place in your body, or it might have qualities like being heavy or light or solid or amorphous, or maybe it's soft. Maybe it's got a temperature. Maybe it's spiky. Maybe it's really feeling like it's stuck, or it might be moving around really quickly. Just notice if it has a personality. You know, does it feel familiar and remind you of anything? What tone of voice might it have if it was to speak to you? And what's the level of intensity? And if it could talk to you, what might it be saying about why you can't move beyond this place? So just give yourself permission to play and allow answers to bubble up into your mind. Now, is it because is it saying things like, you don't have what it takes, you're not good enough, you don't deserve it for some reason? Maybe, who do you think you are to have such big, bold dreams? It's not for the likes of you. Maybe it's not safe. What's your particular story that's stopping you from moving forwards? What beliefs are showing up? What's it awakening in you? You know, is it bringing up any sense of anger or frustration? Maybe sadness, maybe some victim energy, feeling powerless, hopeless. Perhaps there's some fear of something, like fear of rejection or judgment, or of getting it wrong, of standing out too much, fear of failure, fear of success. Just notice what that might be for you. And if you could talk to this block about why it's there, about why you need it, what purpose it might be serving you, because it's trying to keep you safe. What might it be? How is it serving you? And don't worry if you don't get really clear answers to all of these questions. Maybe you'll just get an impression. But either way, the energy is kind of going in at an unconscious level anyway, and clearing structures that are stuck. It's bringing things up into your awareness, into your consciousness. So just as you listen, just keep putting your awareness into your body. Notice your breath. Keep noticing these sensations in your body, and notice if anything's changed or moved. And remain centered now in your heart, connected to source. So you're not pushing any of it away. You'll just keep on feeling it all through your body, and just allow it to be exactly as it is without judgment, just observing it as it comes up. And just acknowledge all of these different antics of your mind and how it can make you feel a certain way because of your buried stories, how it's been trying to keep you safe, but how powerful the mind controls us, and that's not who you are. You're not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. You are source energy, and you are unlimited. So now just imagine that your heart's filling up with light again. Feel it expanding out into your energy field, intensifying and transmitting out in every direction. And feel it enveloping this whole scene in this light from your heart, sending love and acceptance to this whole situation, and not buying into the stories and the barrier. And just imagine that this heart energy is melting this barrier away. And although you may still have some uncomfortable feelings left in your body, just be okay with them being there, because they're no longer stopping you from moving down your path towards your vision. Just allow this discomfort to be. It's just processing out through you after being kept pushed down out of your awareness for so long. It might take a few minutes to clear, or it could even take a few hours, or even a few days if it's a really big leap between your current level of reality and belief to who you need to be to attract what you want in your life. So just be observant. Releasing old patterns and painful stories from the past always has a level of discomfort. It's part of the journey. But just notice, while this discomfort might still be there, how is your heart feeling? Is it feeling expansive and light and open? And do you still feel connected to this greater part of you? Greater part of you. So while it's releasing through you, don't lose focus on what you want. Keep connected to your vision, because that's where your joy is. But be detached. There's your plan and there's God's plan. But it will help guide you in the right direction. It fills your heart with light to go for what you are really excited about. So keep focused there, because these feelings will soon pass. The discomfort will soon pass, as long as you don't try and avoid feeling it. And then it will be cleared from your energy field for good. And that raises your vibration closer into alignment with what you want to manifest or attract into your life. So, great. So now just do another brief check-in. Scan through your body. Notice what might be different, how you're feeling now, and start to take some nice, slow, deep breaths, bringing yourself back. Bring yourself back into your body, back into the room, wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, just come on back. Good. So I hope you're back now, properly landed. So I hope that you can see and feel how this work can really powerfully shift you. And if you'd like some more of it, and to go much deeper into releasing these old unhelpful patterns that are blocking your flow of abundance, then I'm really excited to invite you to join my next Flow Alignment Group program. And so I'd like to take a few minutes just to tell you about it, if that's okay. So we start in August, and we're going to be doing a lot more of this kind of energy work over a 5-week period to really get you back on track and in alignment with what you most want in your life, whether that's in your business or your personal life. And we'll be doing it on Wednesday evenings starting on the 3rd of October. Yes, October, 3rd of August. So we're doing it through August so that, through the summer, so that you can really work on releasing those blocks and fears so you can step into September full of energy, clarity, focus, and positivity to get the most from the rest of the year and beyond. So this is for you if you're ready for a breakthrough. You want to attract more money and abundance and clients and greater opportunities, or you're looking to find, greater work-life balance, or to develop a much deeper spiritual connection and to deepen that trust so that you can really follow your intuition and feel what is true for you. Or you want to feel aligned with that true path and to be in flow. And of course, all of these things, they bring so much more joy and satisfaction. And it's going to help you by, well, you know that even when you feel like everything's flowing and you're feeling really good, the challenges of everyday life where, things don't always go as you want or expect, they can take you down really quickly and they can deplete your energy and knock you off track. So I created this program really because staying in flow is a matter of developing a powerful personal habit. And, that's going to help you raise your base vibration level so that when those life challenges do come up, you have that resilience to deal with them much more effectively. Plus, there's so many interconnected areas in our lives that affect our progress in going for our desires. So even if your intention might be, for example, to get your business out there in a bigger way or attract more clients, maybe you're transitioning from employee to working for yourself, or if you're not aligned and clear on the inside, or if your self-worth or your beliefs about whether you're deserving and capable of receiving the things you want, if they're blocked by these old stories, you're going to sabotage your progress. And also, creating success in anything takes focus and energy. And if your significant relationships, for example, are causing trouble, or you've got a big personal drama in your life, or things in your business are stressing you, or you don't have mental clarity because you've got so much emotional clutter going on, you won't have the full amount of energy available to create what you want. And it's also going to help you remove all the negative programming to release the energetic blocks to sort of moving forward. So this is how it works. It's a mixture of one-to-one time with me so that I can go really deep, straight to the heart of the blocks that you can't see, and we'll help clear them completely so that you can attract more of what you want in your life. It's higher consciousness lessons and self-inquiry. We'll be doing meditations. There's weekly reflection questions and self-inquiry. I've said that bit, and group coaching, of course. So this is about having accountability and support of connecting with others as these, the challenging parts of this transformation process that we've been talking about, they will come up, and they're usually the things that you avoid. So having a group of people who's got your back and who can call you on your BS as it comes up, or to really encourage you and to help you keep moving through it, is a really valuable resource to have. So it's a 5-week program. So the content on the first week, this is all about getting clarity about what you really want for your life and your business so that you're excited and inspired and you feel aligned. Week 2 is about meeting resistance, a bit like what we've been doing today, exploring your edges more deeply, identifying these blocks in the different areas of your life and challenging these limiting beliefs. Week 3 is about creating the conditions for manifesting. So, you know, we'll be looking at how you can keep your energy really on a high vibration while you go through this transformation work. And we'll be uncovering any hidden blocks to self-love to make sure that you're supported on every level, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Week 4 is about exploring your story and your purpose and delving into that uniqueness of who you are so that you can really appreciate the value that you bring to the world and that you can express that and claim it through the work that you do. And finally, week 5 is about tapping into your childlike joy and your imagination, and it's those parts of you that freely play outside that cage of your mind where there are no limits to your imagination. And you know, when you come from there, it helps you take massive leaps and bounds towards what you believe to be possible. So what's included? It's a small intimate group of up to 8 people in a 5-week container. I've actually only got 4 spots, possibly 3 spots left at this stage. And it's small, so everybody gets personal attention and a really high level of support from me. It's long enough to install new habits, but it's also short enough for you to handle any intensity as you go through your shifts. There's 2 60-minute one-to-one flow alignment sessions with me, and that's valued at £330. So this is like intuitive energy clearing. As you stir things up through the month, whatever needs to be cleared from any part of your life that's stopping your flow, that is going to come up to the surface, and that so that we can sort of clear the decks and keep skimming it off, consistently raising your vibration. There'll be 5 meditations and lessons and self-inquiry exercises that I'll send at the beginning of the week for you to do, kind of like as homework. You can do as much or as little of this as you feel necessary. And there'll be 5 live group coaching calls. There'll be 90 minutes and upwards. So, you know, these go deeper into the theme of the week. Again, there'll be a guided meditation, feedback time, and Q&A to discuss anything that's come up. If you can't make it live, you can send your questions in and listen to the recording. And I don't make it exactly 90 minutes because there could be something that's really juicy that comes up that needs a bit more time. So, you know, I'll go until what needs to be kind of cleared gets cleared, essentially. You also get the Flow Project audios, and that is now a paid program, and the value of that is £197. So you'll get all the audios and the meditations from the Flow Project, so that you can keep you get to keep them so that you can deal with the specific challenges that arise through the 5 weeks and ongoing. So there's the different daily meditations, they kind of touch, they help different specific situations that come up in life that help you clear things out of the way. And there's the flow alignment audit. This is like a guided meditation and more reflection questions that help you get clarity about where you want to take your life and business, and where your flow is currently blocked. And your answers are going to help me understand how best I can support you on our journey together. And obviously there's the Facebook group, so you know that's the place where you can connect and you can ask for support that you need. So the selling price for the program is £597, but because I really want to remove as many barriers for people to doing this powerful inner work so that you can see how truly powerful you really are, and then you can go and shine your light and spread those ripples out into the world, I created a special price of just £447, which is available up until the 24th of July. So that saves you £150. And you can pay that in full in 1 instalment, or you can do that in 3 monthly instalments of £170. As a bonus, special gift, I want to give you my Brand from the Heart online home study program, and that's worth 247. And that's a series of modules that connect you with your heart. They take you deeply into yourself. They give you clarity about how you want to express yourself and your unique brilliance in the world. And it's a mixture of energy work and meditations, along with practical business and branding guidance. And here's one of the ladies from the last program. This is what Kelly Morgan was saying about it. She said she was surprised by the speed of her manifesting what she started, and that she'd done other manifestation programs before, but always felt a bit frustrated about the waiting part. She said with I helped her to just really let go of the waiting, to be really in the moment and to enjoy it, and to just stop worrying, to be able to really let go, essentially. And that she enjoyed the powerful meditations each day, and how spot on my intuition is for helping. And that's one, it's one of my gifts. And I couldn't believe the stuff that came up that was holding her back. It was so good to release. So I'd recommend this to anyone who's been struggling with getting their dreams manifested. And again, Natasha was off the last program too. The program was amazing, energizing, inspiring, and I feel back on track again, not just with my business, but with my health and relationship goals too. I have a long-term view of things now, which means I'm less overwhelmed and enjoying the flow more. I also know that ups and downs are normal and any difficulties will pass. The future is looking super sparkly and the present is pretty good too. So, a lot of people have told me how fast they've been manifesting, and just being able to clear the stuff out of the way really, really quickly. So, and it's so exciting to watch it. One last slide, I think. So, as I mentioned, I've only got 8 spots left, and I've actually already filled 4, possibly 6 of those places are gone. I'm waiting to hear from people, but if they've not been in touch with me yet, so it's kind of first come first serve. So if you're wanting to join me on the program, if it feels like it's something that's really right for you at the time, then do drop me a line, or I'll give you the web page to go to in a moment. But I know what it's like when something feels really right at the time, but then we leave it for a few days. And because the ego part of us can sense too much change in the pipeline, it talks us out of something that could have been amazing. So if this does feel right for you, I don't want you to miss out. So as an extra, and because I'm going away on Saturday, I'm going on holiday for a week, I've got a special fast action bonus for you to help you make that decision more easily. So I'm going to give an extra additional flow alignment session, and that's worth £165. But you do need to sign up by Friday this week, by the 1st of July at 7 p.m. if you're in. So to make payment, you just need to go to kathyballard.com/group-intensive, or email me at kathy@kathyballard.com. Excuse me. I'm going to put a link in the chat box, so you can copy and paste that into your browser, and you'll find PayPal payment buttons there on the web page for ease. Just as a reminder, there is a maximum of 8 people, so that I can give you the attention that I'd like. So if you know this is for you and you want that support to get that breakthrough that you've been waiting for, don't wait till the last minute to register. So pay now to hold your space. I'll contact you for a brief chat just to make sure that we're a good fit. If either of us feels it's not right, you'll receive a full refund. Once you're happy with that, you'll receive information about joining the program. You'll get your flow alignment audit, and nearer the start, you'll receive an invitation to join the Facebook group. And as the start's just still a few weeks away, there will be a bonus orientation call a couple of weeks before we start to meet and greet, and where I'll let you know what to expect and you can ask any questions. So I'm just going to put that link in the box now, if I can find it. There, you should have that. Yes, that's great. So that's kind of it. I hope you found this session valuable this evening. We've looked at how you're really powerfully creative and the universe is always supportive and responding to you, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. We've looked at how you're coded with your potential. And if you just get out of your own way by managing your head talk, it will naturally express itself through you. How you stay in flow is to follow your desires and stay in your heart, because source guides us through our potential, guides us towards our potential through our desires. But also that there's no magic bullet. You have to take action and you have to do the inner work to align with your flow, and you will encounter discomfort. And you've experienced how to drop down below the level of the mind and connect to source and start to release some of these energetic blocks that have been holding you back. So I'd love to know how you're feeling now and what your biggest takeaway has been. You know, feel free to ask me any questions or tell me what you think about what we've covered tonight, or, you know, if you've got any questions about the program, I'd love to hear from you. So just type in the box. Or of course, you can drop me an email as well. What did you feel most from meditation? Just waiting for the delay. Oh, thank you, Freya. Freya's saying your voice is calm, clear, and so positive. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. What did you get out of it personally? Would you like to share? Do we still, I can still see, no, I can't speak. I can still see that people are on. Is this chat, is there a delay still? Louise, our vision that Louise had was being playful, larking about and being in touch with your inner child again. That's beautiful. Harjeet's saying she's feeling clearer inside and happier. Oh, that's wicked. Brilliant. Does anybody else want to share anything? Paula's feeling her heart's full of warmth. That's lovely. Oh, Jude's saying that she can see what's holding her back now. Thank you. That's awesome. Harjeet saying it reminded her of previous dreams of her future. Thank you. Marley's feeling calm, had a big smile when you asked when I asked you to go to your favorite place. That's fabulous. Brilliant. So if it looks like that's about it for comments there. If there's anything else that you want to ask me, you know where you can reach me, Kathy@kathyballard.com. You know, just drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you if you've got any comments. So that's going to be it for tonight. And I shall say goodbye to you all. Okay, there's a couple more coming in now. So Sharon saying she had a lot of resistance on her timeline, more work to do. Yeah, we've got lots of layers, but you know, we can always get there. Annika's saying great meditation. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you, everybody. So have a really enjoyable rest of your evening, and I will say goodbye until next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.